Marcus, you need to run up on Ray J. I don't care. Like, because he was doing a little too much over something too little. Like, yeah. This time, a big ass table in between them because ain't no pussy sniffing happening again around here being accused and all that shit. And Liza's like, just be supportive. Just be supportive. No, bitch, someone needs to hit you with reality. The fuck? Like, now ain't that because you're dumb. This is saying everything we want to say. And Liza's like, no, because this is why I didn't want to tell y'all. Y'all judging me. Da, 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 da. We know what it looks like. She's like, I don't know. Figure it the fuck out, basically. Get my daughters to where they need to be. Spoken like a true black mom. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Pure Mayhem, where we react, review, and recap all your favorite shows. So if you like this shit, please comment below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe after this video. And let's get right into it. Now, this is Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 6, Episode 15. We start this episode off with Marcus and Brooke in their home, and Marcus is telling Brooke everything that happened at him and Ray J's Princess's meetup. He tells her everything that went down, and also that Princess said, Brooke, you need your ass whooped. Brooke clearly feels a way about this. She do. She feel a way. Like, now you really want to fight me, and your husband's mad at my husband because he felt like he didn't check me enough. Like, this is crazy that both of them want to fight us now. So this makes Marcus pretty much question living in Miami. And then she even drops the bomb and says that her mom is coming to Miami and Brooke really needs a company because she's losing all her friends. So this space right here pretty much sums their whole situation up because they don't want anything to do with the Norwoods now. The scene then cuts to Trina with her book signing release, and she's basically doing press for this. And y'all, I always heard this girl's voice, Angela Yee, all the time, and now I got a face to the name, okay? She was a little baddie in school, cutting school and shit, but look, she ain't need it anyway, okay? Trina's husband is there, so is Joy and a few other family members there for support, and they're saying that it's a lot, especially Trina's husband, saying it's a big adjustment for him. But Joy is getting a break. She feels like, her husband's got it. He's taking care of her. She can just, sit back, enjoy. She's got a break from Trina. Everyone seems to be warming up to her now again, except for Bobby. And says she misses Bobby. Bobby should be here. He's usually a part of all of this stuff. And she's basically telling him that they all need to get along. And he's like, yeah, whatever. What's up with you and So Unique? And she basically tells him, ain't nothing going on. She was just trying to be petty. That was just her date, kind of downplaying it. And he lets her know that Trick wasn't too happy about that shit. And he had a lot to say about it. And that, Joy, you looked real crazy. The scene then cuts to Pinky Doll and Ray J in this sort of acting skit. Ray J said he heard about Pinky Doll and he's having her audition for this role in his movie, and it was supposed to be Amada because it's supposed to be about a Latin stripper, but he's having Pinky Doll be one of the candidates now. It's Pinky Doll's first time, and honestly, she didn't do too bad. And she basically tells Ray J about how she grew up and the person she is, and how she really changed her life around and overcame all these obstacles to become a better person for her child. Ray J seems to be impressed by her performance, and he is really considering her for it. He tells her that she can really get this role and she can really do it if she really puts time and effort to it. And what's interesting about this scene is that I don't think there was any flirting happening. Like, it was natural, it seemed cool, it seemed legit, and it seems genuine. And I like this. The next scene starts with Liza, and she's meeting up with her brother to get her hair did, and she's catching him up on everything. And she's doing a holiday turkey giveaway where she's inviting a few others, including him. And she tells him, obviously, that she's pregnant and that she told Miami Tip first. And he kind of warns her, like, girl, this is going to be madness, and you got on your daughter about being pregnant, and here you are, like, having to start all over again. And her family knows how her first pregnancy went in the public eye, so they scared. And they scared about the father, but Liza's ain't telling them anything about that. She is keeping that a secret. And why? The scene then cuts to Trick, the twins, and the girl's mother chatting about what the fuck happened during her baby's performances. She's pissed that Pinky Doll went out there and did that shit, and so is Trick. He's like, I can't believe somebody I invited did this shit to my event. On the biggest night of his life, it seemed like he was stressing. Trick's son walks in, and the twins' mother is basically saying she didn't like the performance, she didn't like the song. Trick is agreeing. The other twin says that they weren't their best because they're distracted and doing other things, and she tells their mom that other twin has been hanging out with Trick's son, and she hasn't been all head in. Trick clearly didn't want mom to know that, so he's fucking pissed. He's embarrassed. He's annoyed. He don't know what to fucking do. And she immediately calls him out for a private talk. Like, what the fuck's going on in there? Like, how this shit happening under your watch? I didn't send them here to fucking do this and to be bad and sound bad and da 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 blah blah blah. She's going off. She is pissed. Trick tells her he didn't know it was going on, but what the fuck was he supposed to do? She's like, I don't know. Figure it the fuck out, basically. Get my daughters to where they need to be. Spoken like a true black mom. The scene cuts to Trina at another book signing. Snoop says he feels bad that Bobby isn't here once again, and he doesn't like that he's been estranged from the group. He decides to FaceTime Bobby with Joy, and they basically tell him that they don't forget about him. Bobby says he doesn't appreciate the way he's been treated, and he's gonna stop holding his fucking tongue. Okay? Stand the fuck up. And as you should, because people need to start being okay with truth and honesty and learning to hear that things they don't want to hear is someone's actual reality. And it's okay at the end of the day. It's all about how you feel about each other and how you want to move on with your relationship. And it's not about what was said, because it's about how someone feels. If you can get over it, if it's something that you guys cannot get over, then you part ways. But if it's something that the feeling of, well, I still want to be in this person's life, then hold on to that and move on with that. And Bobby just basically rushes off the phone and says, don't call me back, because Joy and Snoop ain't exempt from what he said too. Amada's doing a photo shoot and she decides to hit Bobby up. And Bobby says he'll go. He understands that sometimes people gotta tell you the truth, and they gotta tell you straight up, even if it hurts, even if it sounds mean, because that's the reality and that's how they feel. And whether you guys are gonna live and deal with that situation, then that's how you guys move forward. If it's something you can't get over, then part ways. But sometimes friends understand that harsh things have to be said and done, and it doesn't have to ruin the friendship forever. And this is what's happening now. And I love, because I am someone who is very blunt and direct with my friends, and I kind of get this too. And I just have a different perspective on things sometimes. And I feel like it all just leads back to, I'm not going to lie to you to make you feel better. And I'm going to tell you how I really feel and what I did, because it's my reality. It's my truth. It may not match yours, but it's factual and it is what it is. She's just a little upset that he was going so hard for Princess. She feels like he's on her side. And Bobby's like, well, honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, going to see another man's husband is dead ass wrong. Yes, Amada, you probably should have told her before you saw Ray J. I think that's the only thing you really did wrong from what we saw in the clips. But I think you're not dumb enough to do anything on camera, so I don't know. I don't know your contract. And Amada even tells Bobby that her mom was there and some of her family members, so nothing funky was even going to go down or did happen. And Bobby's like, oh, I didn't even know that. Yeah, I mean, you don't need to know to run your mouth, but you did it anyway. Okay, so Amada tells Bobby how she really just wanted to meet with Ray J to get the role because she wanted a little extra money because she wanted more babies. And she wants it with Alan. And Bobby is not liking hearing that. He's like, oh God, Amada. Like, literally. And most importantly, she wants to use the money for this role to pay off freezing her eggs. And this will be the perfect opportunity to do so. And Bobby's kind of like, well, you need to fix things with Ray J then. Bobby starts filling Amada in on his life and how he's basically being exiled from Trina and her fam. And she basically tells him to handle his situation too, okay? But do it maturely, Bobby, and do it the right way, because then you're going to be back to square one, like you always do. The scene then cuts to Brooke meeting up with her mom and basically fills her mom in on all the fucking drama that's been happening this season and with her and her friends. And her mom not feeling it. I mean, the face says it all. And not only that, Marcus is getting dragged into it too. And to top that off, she just had a damn miscarriage. She not ready for dealing with all this shit. Like, Girl needs a break. Brooke and her mom are crying. Her mom just feels so bad for her. She doesn't like seeing her daughter hurt. She wants the best for her. Just, typically being the genuine, caring mom that we all love and know. And they're just going to figure out what is going to work for them best together. The next scene starts with Amada and Ray J having a sit down, but this time a big ass table in between them because ain't no pussy sniffing happening again around here being accused and all that shit. Ray J tells Amada that he basically feels like it's her fault for running back and telling Princess shit because it was messy. And he basically fires Amada for doing his movie before she could even get hired. And Amada's like, how? How are you firing me? Amada finds it a joke that Ray J is pissed that she wasn't discreet about them doing business when she felt like she owed it to Princess as her friend and she was trying not to be messy like you're accusing her of doing. But Ray J says she breached the contract, her NDA. And pretty much he really does see that she really wants to be a part of the project. So he's not necessarily firing her, but he's going to have her work for this movie one way or another. He even apologizes, and Amada tells him that she's always respected him as a businessman, and it didn't meant to turn out like this. The next scene starts with Liza at her turkey giveaway. Liza's brother, who she told the secret to, couldn't make it, but guess who came? Her sister, who she hasn't talked to for almost a year. She says their relationship has always been rocky. Liza drops a bomb and tells her she's pregnant. And her sister's like, pregnant? Girl, what the fuck is you about to do with a baby? Because you can't even hold on to your situation now. And Liza's like, just be supportive. Just be supportive. No, bitch, someone needs to hit you with reality. The fuck? Like, now ain't that because you're dumb. And this family member is telling Liza, like, you need to look at the overall picture. This affects your family, your daughter, and your life. Like, everything's about to change. Like, and it's all wrong timing. Like, how are you going to help your daughter who just had a baby unexpectedly and now you're having one when you need to help your daughter and she is going to need your support, but now you have to focus on your baby and now you got two babies. You know what? I can't. And they're telling her, like, you need to be there for your daughter this time. And it's looking like it's not going to even be possible for you, even if you really want to. And she is going off on her. She's like, girl, we need to stop enabling you, telling you this shit is cool. You think ignoring it lets the problem go away. None of that. None of that is, no. Like, I'm going to keep it a buck with you. This is crazy. And you really need to think about what you're doing because you're already irresponsible enough. And now you're starting to piss me off. Don't be calling my phone. Don't be asking me for help. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear none of that because I'm telling you now and you getting mad at me and you're getting defensive. But it's the truth and you need to hear it and you need to open your eyes. Sis is saying everything we want to say. And Liza's like, no, because this is why I didn't want to tell y'all. Y'all judging me. We know what it looks like. No matter what, it's factual. You are going to have a hard time looking after your daughter and her newborn baby if you are pregnant and have a new baby yourself. Like, now you got to support double the amount. Like, double the time. Like, there's no... This is not going to be easy, and you are going to need others. And now it's an adjustment for all of us because we got to help you out because of your foolish decisions. Like, sis, clock it. Liza is just basically feeling overwhelmed, and she's thrashing out, and she's talking about, fuck y'all, blah, 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 blah. I think it's because she doesn't like hearing the truth. She doesn't like them being not optimistic. She wants to focus on the positive. She wanted them to say all of that. No, bitch, no. It don't work like that because you about to affect all of our lives. The scene then cuts to Bobby pulling up on Trina, but he's also here to see Snoop and he wants to reconcile with him. He asks if So Unique and Joy if they're dating and they respond with, we're just going with the flow. Bobby ironically ends up as a fan of Trina's book and hands it to her for her to sign. Trina's like, I wrote about you in my book. Yeah, I did. Sir sees Bobby and he's instantly angry again. He's like, I think people take it too easy on Bobby. He starts a lot of shit. He's really messy and he just gets knocked off the hook. But he decides to hear Bobby out anyway. He feels like Bobby was being Bobby and he's okay with Bobby being Bobby, but Bobby not being Bobby at his event right now. He don't want none of that Bobby, okay? And he felt like he didn't do anything harmful to Bobby, so it wasn't too much of a violation. And Bobby's like, well, I don't think that's how you should handle it. And he expected to hear an apology from Swerve, but Swerve said he's not apologizing. So Bob was like, well, I tried. And he walks away. And the episode pretty much ends there. Now, Swerve, you know you dead wrong for throwing water. Yeah, water don't hurt, but it's still shocking. It's still a surprise. It's still wet. He's still going to be uncomfortable for the night. Like, you didn't have to violate him like that. So say you're sorry, because it's giving much deeper than just that night. And that's it for this Love and Hip Hop video. This episode, the beefs just don't seem too extreme for these people to not be friends. Like, Ray J and Amada kind of make up, and I'm happy for that. Hopefully they can film this movie, do something. I don't know. I don't think Prince is still going to be happy about it regardless, especially now that you're not friends and you meet with him. You're not going to necessarily feel obligated to tell her anything. So she's just going to come up with her own accusations and assumptions about what happened. So that's not going to look good for you. Liza, I don't know what the fuck you're going to do, girl, but I'm praying for you. And we just going to keep it there. Bobby, I think Swerve just wants you to take accountability. So stop being messy. Maybe start there. Brooke, girl, go get your friends back, because this shit is crazy. You should not be having to go through this right now when you was just trying to help everybody get together. Marcus, you need to run up on Ray J. I don't care. Like, because he was doing a little too much over something too little. Like, yeah. If you would like to see more of this, please like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you think I should next. Good night.